Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmades.com, and thank you so much for joining me today for another Stampin' Up! Tutorial. Today's project features the Just Keep Swimming stamp set. This one is found in the new Occasions catalog. So you can actually see a close-up of this stamp set on page 37 of your catalog. Such a cute stamp set, and it is a 3-step stamp set. Because some of these you have to do 3 different steps, like for the monster. It says 2-step, but the monster you have to do 3 steps for this little guy. It's a really cute set. And then here are some great samples featuring that set on page 37. So I love the stamp set, and I was so excited to get to use it for today's project. So for today's project, I have already created, I'm making a little note card set. I've already used the little bear image and the sentiment Berry Sweet. And I've already done the little monster image and the sentiment monster hugs. And I've also done the little macaroon image and the sentiment ooh la la. So today I'm going to show you how to make one more card to go in this little gift set, and we're going to use the gem here, and we're going to do the You're a Gem sentiment. So my color choices for today are Basic Black, Sweet Sugar Plum, and Emerald Envy. So I'm doing a color challenge with my team of Quita Bug stampers this week, and these were the colors that I challenged them to use in a project, and so I designed my project today around that color challenge. Alright, so I'm starting with a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is cut at 3 inches by 4.5 inches. And I will have all of the measurements for today over on my coordinating blog post. I've got a piece of scrap paper here. And I'm going to bring in my Sweet Sugar Plum ink. We're going to start with this color. And I've already got my 2 little gems on my blocks. These are A blocks. And I'm going to start with the solid gem image. And I'm just going to ink this up, stamp it off once, and then I'm going to stamp this in the top left-hand corner sort of at an angle, just like that. And then I'm going to stamp again. I'm going to skip a little space and stamp again here. Skip a little space, stamp again here. And then skip a little space, stamp right there. Okay, and then now I'm going to take the image that goes on top. I'm not going to stamp this image off, and I'm just going to try my best, let me scoot this down, to line this up. If it doesn't line up exact, it's actually okay. I kind of like how this gem looks when it's not lined up exactly. See how that one doesn't line up? It actually looks pretty cool. I don't mind. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to bring in the little shine image that comes in that stamp set, and I'm just going to add a little shine to a couple of these. One there. We'll do one there. Or I guess maybe that'd be more of the sparkle. Let's see, let's do one here. And I'll go ahead and try to get one there. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in my envelope. For the card base and the envelopes, I'm using the Whisper White note cards and envelopes. These are in our annual catalog, and you actually get 20 cards and envelopes in there. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my envelope so that I can stamp a gem in Sweet Sugar Plum on here as well. So we'll stamp there, and then here. I always like to decorate my envelopes. There we go. Okay, so we're finished with the Sweet Sugar Plum. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Scrub really fast here. I've got my Stampin' Mist. I'm just going to spray this and clean my stamps because we need to use Emerald Envy next. So I need to get this clean. Okay, there we go. Love my Stampin' Scrub. I would highly recommend this. Okay, so I'm just going to bring back my layer here and bring in my Emerald Envy. We're going to do the same stamping, but this time in Emerald Envy, and we're just going to fill in some of these gaps between the Sweet Sugar Plum. Okay, stamp off. Let's put one here. Stamp off. Put one here. Stamp off, and we'll just put one right there. Cute. Now we'll put the second layer on, like that. That one there. One there. And then a little sparkle. Let's see, right here. One here. And I'll put one here. Do you see how quick and easy this comes together? So simple, love it. Okay, and we'll just slide that to the side, and let's do a little gem on our envelope. Stamp off, stamp on. Ink that up, and you know what? Should probably put a little sparkle. Okay, let me do some sweet sugar plum too. Okay, so my envelope is finished and my layer is finished. So I'm just gonna give you a quick little close up here of what that stamping looks like. So cute. I love two-step stamping. All right, so now I'm gonna bring in some of the Emerald Envy Designer Series paper. This is cut at 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, and I'm just gonna layer this right on top, and I'll do that with my fast fuse. Okay, so we've got our layer on. So now I'm going to bring in one of the note cards from the set here, and I'll just fold that over, get my bone folder, give it a nice tight crease. There we go. And then I'll just add this layer right on top as well using fast fuse. So now I'm going to bring in a piece of sweet sugar plum cardstock, and I've got this punch I can't remember the name of. I'll put it on the screen what the name of it is, but I'm just going to go ahead and punch out 2 of these pieces. And then we're going to use not this little banner piece, we're going to use this banner, and we're going to stamp the You're a Gem right on there in basic black. Set that aside. And I've got my You're a Gem sentiment on a G block. I'm just going to ink this up. And I'll just stamp it in the center. Just like that. Okay, so I'm going to add some fast fuse to the back of my little sentiment here. And I've got some of our basic black metallic thread here. I'm just going to wrap some of this around 3 of my fingers. Okay, that should be enough. Take my paper snips and I'll just cut. And then I'm just going to lay this little bundle of thread right down in my adhesive, like so. I just want to create a little bit of kind of a messy look behind this little label. So let's see if you can see that, just like that. And that's so cute. I love doing this with thread, so cute. So now I've got my Stampin' dimensionals. I'm just gonna put 3 dimensionals on the back. You could probably even just do 1, but you guys know me. I like my dimensionals. So I'm just gonna pull off the backings. And I'm going to add this little sentiment right, I think right here, just like that. So cute, but we're not finished yet. So now I've got some of our metallic sequins here, and then also my fine tip glue, and I'm going to add 3 black sequins to this card. So I'm gonna just get some sequins out here. All right, I love our metallic sequins. So I've got our 3 sequins on my card, and then I'm just going to adhere them down using the fine tip glue. All right, so I've got my sequins added, and here is my finished card. So now let's go ahead and bring in the rest of the cards. So we've got this cute little coordinating card set. I think this would actually be a really great set for like a teenager or something to have to give to their friends, you know, pass out cards, little messages to their friends. It's just a really cute set. I think it would be fun for kids or even a teenager. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial and that you see some fun things you can create using the Just Keep Swimming stamp set. I love this stamp set. So if you'd like to purchase any of the supplies that you saw me use today, you can head on over to today's coordinating blog post. I've linked it just below this video in the description notes. And you can also find over there all of the measurements and the full supply list of what I used to create these cards. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you again real soon. Bye now.